Always pleased to welcome Dr. Benjamin Barber to this program. The renowned political theorist is also a best-selling author of books like Jihad versus McWorld. His most recent book is called Consumed: How Markets Corrupt Children, Infantilize Adults, and Swallow Citizens Whole. The book now out in paperback. Each year I look forward to attending Ben Barber's Interdependence Day Forum, which each September is held, I should say, in a different part of the world. This year we will be in Istanbul. Looking forward to that. Ben Barber, good to see you.
Great to see you, Tavis.
Let me start by asking you to share with the audience what Interdependence Day is, why it happens every year in September, why you do it in a different part of the world. I want to start with an explanation of that because I think the audience will see pretty quickly here that what you've been talking about for years is what we came to realize that we were lacking when this economic crisis hit us, this notion of interdependence, yes?
That's just right, Tavis. Yes. For 200 years or more, we've been celebrating independence, and that's appropriate. Declaration of Independence, an independent country, a sovereign country. But the reality, at least since World War II and more in recent years, has been interdependence, a world bound together by public health, by ecology, by technology, by global markets, a world in which sovereign nations can't operate the way they did in the 19th and 20th century on their own, one by one. And what happened right after 9/11, some friends of mine I've been meeting with internationally said to me, you know, we had this terrible thing happen, and everybody's talking now about how the United States should respond. Can we respond to 9/11 and the terrorist event of those years by doing something together, not apart, by recognizing our interdependence and not proclaiming our independence again? And that gave rise the day after 9/11, September 12th, we said, starting in 2003, every year we were going to meet in a global capital to talk about the challenges of interdependence, the realities of interdependence, and the possibilities of interdependence. Cooperation, working together, solving problems among nations and together with nations, not one by one or one-on-one.
What do you think the Bush administration, outgoing now, after 8 years, didn't quite understand about the notion of interdependence that you are promulgating, that you hope the new Obama administration will understand about this notion of interdependence?
Well, I think the Bush administration operated like a 19th century nation in a 21st century reality. When, for example, we were attacked in the 19th century, when somebody got attacked, it was one nation state on another. We went looking for the nation state that did that to us. First Afghanistan, then Iraq, now who knows, Iran. I think we've missed that bullet, thank God. But they were looking for a nation to make war because they didn't recognize that Al-Qaeda was not a nation, but a malevolent, non-governmental organization. It was a non-state actor working in the interstices of the international system. So it tried to act like a sovereign country by itself, taking on enemies, when the real enemies are themselves interdependent, and we can only deal with them through common intelligence gathering, common international police work, and where necessary, common military work. But you can't do it alone. And this administration, Bush said, bring it on, come on, the U.S. will take you on. We spurned our allies. We said we don't need friends. A few people want to go with us, that's fine. We're going to do it by ourselves. The war on terrorism, like the war on drugs, like the war on AIDS, like the war on over-leveraged banks and markets, can only be fought together, not one nation at a time.